They're the sworn enemies of the United States, the fighters who openly support America's enemy number one, Osama bin Laden. And President Obama, who's now reviewing his war strategy in Afghanistan, says it may be time to talk to them. Aboard Air Force One, he told the New York Times, "We're not winning now."
Our troops are doing an extraordinary job in a very difficult situation, but you've seen conditions deteriorate. The Taliban is bolder than it was.
The president, who visited Afghanistan during the campaign, is considering talking to less extreme elements of the Taliban, just as U.S. forces did in Iraq by reaching out to Sunni militants there.
There may be some comparable opportunities in Afghanistan and in the Pakistani region.
The Taliban is made up of many tribes and leaders, some of whom may be ready to talk. Negotiating with the enemy is how wars are ended. That from one of the minds behind the surge strategy in Iraq.
I think there are small T Taliban we can negotiate with and big T Taliban who are going to have to be captured or killed, just like Al Qaeda.
The targets are those who only joined because they couldn't find a job somewhere else, or those who've been treated harshly by Al Qaeda. The hard part, sorting friend from foe in Afghanistan and across the border in Pakistan. Some are ideological purists driven by religion. Others are loyal to a warlord or tribe. And all are separated by a hostile terrain.
To try to peel off the moderates, try to maybe isolate and marginalize the very hardcore ones, and then really try to protect the population. So, the strategy in itself is good. If they can do it right, it's very difficult, it's very nuanced.
Analysts call this interview a carefully controlled trial balloon by the White House. They already know their forces on the ground are probably going to have to work with some elements of the Taliban. They've got to start getting the American public used to that concept before the president makes it official. Kimberly Dozier, CBS News, Washington.